Hi, this is Francis. I'll be showing you to solve mic problem of iPhone 4. We have here iPhone 4. This is having a mic issue. Now we'll be doing a hardware job on it. Before that, let's confirm the mic issue. We are going to call this number. Hello, 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 hello. You see, there is no sound in this, but there is quite a lot of distortion sometimes, as you can see here. This is distortion which is caused by audio compiler. We are going to reball the audio compiler. Now I'll be opening the phone and I will take a video of the whole process. Now I'll hand over this phone or this camera to my colleague so that he can take a video of the process. Now I'll be opening this phone. Let's switch it off. Here are a couple of tools that we need to open an iPhone and fix it. This is the scalpel if we need to remove the glue after removing the IC. These are a couple of tweezers plus screwdriver, flux, a cutter for cutting the shield, scalpel again, and some BGA reballing paste. Here we need a stencil. It's a nano BGA stencil. We need to reball the audio compiler. This is the stencil. Now we'll be opening the phone. There are a couple of screws in iPhone of different sizes, so you have to make sure that you fix the appropriate screw while assembling. Here is the lock, and one lock is here, so you have to be careful while removing this lock. It's a bit tricky. And here's the top component. There's one more screw over here. And the last one here. Carefully lift the battery connector. and remove the battery at last. Let's take out the camera, disconnect all the connectors, next disconnect the coaxial cable, and make sure that you remove the SIM tray before lifting the PCB. Now this is the tricky part while removing the PCB. It's removed now. Let's keep this aside. Now the audio compiler is on the other side of the board in this shield, so we have to remove the shield. So this is the component we are talking about, the audio compiler we have to remove. Let's cut the shield now. You can take a normal nail cutter and you can cut the shield. This is, we have removed the shield. Alright, now we are going to remove the component. Mount the PCB on the stand carefully. Now you have to adjust your temperature, blower temperature, to suit your needs. Keep the temperature a bit lower than melting point of lead so that you can remove the excess glue which is on the sides of the IC, like this. Use a tweezer to remove the excess glue, so while you are removing the IC, it won't take out the components beside it. Here we have removed the glue, as you can see. Alright, this is not that good professional camera, but still we are managing it to take the video. Now adjust the temperature in order to remove the IC. I have adjusted to 350 degrees, which shows in my hot air station. Now I'll be first shielding the CPU just to protect it from the heat of the blower. This is the shield I'm using. Now I'll start heating the IC. Make sure that you don't use excess heat because there are several other SMD components on the other side of the PCB. Before removing the IC, make sure that the capacitor besides it, the lead, is melted. As you feel that the capacitor is moving, the lead is melted, lift the IC. Now it's moving. Let's hold the IC, lift it off. It is that easy. So this is the IC what we have removed. As you can see here, this is the IC we have removed. Now we will be cleaning the PCB. There's not much residue left on the PCB. Use some flux. And you can clean it with your iron. This fault occurs mostly because the audio compiler gets disconnected from the PCB. Now we are going to clean the audio compiler itself because all the underfilled glue is left on the IC.